In a mythical version of Africa, in a village nestled near the great baobab forest, where the stars whispered secrets and drums echoed with the voices of ancestors, a baby girl was born under the light of the full moon. Her parents named her Nyah, which meant purpose in their language. The village itself was steeped in ancient magic, clay huts painted with protective sigils, fires that danced in patterns during ceremonies, and a sacred drum that only sounded during prophetic dreams. Elders claimed their bloodline traced back to the moon spirits, and every child born was believed to carry a piece of sky or earth within them. But from the moment she opened her eyes, the villagers whispered of strange omens. "Her eyes, they shine like gold," gasped one midwife. "The spirits have marked her," murmured an old woman, clutching her beads. Her irises shimmered like liquid gold, glowing faintly even in the dark. Her hair, thick and coiled, had streaks of silver that no one could explain, not even the village elders. And upon her chest was a birthmark in the shape of a crescent moon, said to be the mark of the forest spirits. Some saw her as a blessing. Others feared she was a harbinger of doom. Low distant thunder, a chorus of whispers rises like wind through tall grass. During her birth, the winds changed with a venomous hiss, and troubled times came to the village. "The rains have betrayed us," a farmer cried, staring at his cracked, barren field. "The river is dying," a child whispered, dipping a hand into the muddy trickle. Drums beat in uneven rhythms. Children cough in the night. A bone rattle shakes. Hunger spread like fire, and with it came a strange sickness. Children coughed through the night. Elders grew weak, and even the strongest hunters fell ill. The village healer's remedies failed, and fear grew thick as smoke. Whispers spread that the child with the golden eyes and silver hair had brought misfortune. "She must be returned to where she belongs," said one voice in the night. "The jungle will take her back," another replied. One night, Elder Mosi, the oldest and most respected of the village, awoke from a dream drenched in sweat. In his vision, the forest spirits had spoken. The child must be returned to the wild, where her true path would unfold. Deep, echoing voice of spirit. Balance must be kept. He called the council together by the light of a dying fire. "I have seen what must be done," he said solemnly. "The spirits showed me. She is not meant for us. She belongs to the jungle." Though Nyah's parents wept, the villagers clung to the hope that the dream was a divine message. They believed that leaving Nyah in the jungle would restore peace. With heavy hearts, her parents placed her in a woven basket near the roots of an ancient tree. "Forgive us, child," her mother sobbed, pressing a final kiss to her forehead. "May the forest protect you." Night falls, crickets chirp, owls hoot. A faint lullaby hums through the leaves. The jungle was vast and wild, but it was alive with spirits and creatures, some kind, some cruel. That night, as the moon shone brightly, the mighty lion, King Kafele, heard the baby's cries. He approached with great caution, but instead of harm, he let out a deep, rumbling purr. "This one has the heart of the jungle," he said, nuzzling her gently. "She carries the moon in her breath." Unseen in the shadows, something else also stirred, a presence as old as the jungle itself, watching her with hollow, flickering eyes. Spirit whisper, "We see her." In the days that followed, the jungle creatures became her family. "Climb, Nyah! Reach for the sun!" laughed the monkeys as they swung from vines. "Feel the water's memory," Mama Tembo whispered, leading her to a sacred pool. Even the cunning leopard, Jabari, nodded once in silent approval as she learned to move through the trees like wind. Jungle ambiance, rustling leaves, distant howls, monkey chatter. But sometimes, Nyah would hear voices that came from nowhere. "Nyah, come closer." Whispers in the dead of night. Trees that bled sap the color of blood. Low hum, followed by eerie flute tones and soft rustles. As Nyah grew, she became one with the jungle, wise beyond her years, beautiful beyond belief. Her laughter echoed like birdsong, and her footsteps left trails of blooming flowers. The jungle whispered of her magic, and even the spirits spoke her name with reverence. But one day, From the edge of the forest, a stranger entered, dark-haired, handsome, and wrapped in shadows. His name was Malik, and his voice was like velvet, sweet and smooth. He hailed from the Obsidian Highlands, a cursed land where shadows walked freely and kings traded souls for eternal power. Born during a blood eclipse, Malik was a child of both royalty and the nether spirits. His skin gleamed like polished obsidian, and his eyes, deep emerald green, held a dangerous depth, like a forest with no end. His hair, jet black and silky, framed his chiseled face, and his smile could make flowers bloom or hearts break. Every movement he made was deliberate, fluid, like a snake stalking in silence. "I have searched for you, child of the forest," he said, bowing low. "The world beyond speaks of a woman with golden eyes who walks with beasts." Nyah, curious and charmed, welcomed him with guarded warmth. Malik told stories of distant lands, of cities that sparkled with light and towers that touched the sky. Slowly, gently, he began to pull at the strings of her wonder. One twilight, Malik revealed a small, glowing object wrapped in silk. "It's a mirror," he said. "It shows you what others see." Nyah had never seen herself so clearly before. Her golden eyes stared back in sharp detail, her silver hair a waterfall of moonlight. She was entranced and unsettled. She began to wonder what else lay beyond the canopy. "I want to see it," she said one night. "Your world." Malik grinned. "One day, my moonlight, you'll walk beside me into a place even the stars dare not dream of." But this time, the jungle held its breath. The spirits, those that once whispered and warned, fell into a watching silence. No chants, no rustling omens, no ghostly flutes, only stillness. Only one spirit stirred, small, trembling, with leaves in her hair and moss on her feet. "She must be warned," the spirit whispered. But the elders of the forest, older than time, turned their many eyes. "Let her learn," they boomed. "Let the fire shape her." The small spirit wept but fell silent. And Nyah, thinking the jungle approved, drifted deeper into Malik's arms. Their love became wild and all-consuming. She dreamed of building a bridge between worlds. She saw his face in firelight and hoped he could belong to both magic and man. Until one night she followed him to the edge of the hollow grove, where spirits screamed and vines moved of their own will. There she saw him speaking to a shadow, a spirit wrapped in smoke. "She trusts me," Malik said with a grin. "She will lead us to the pool. The forest's heart will be ours." Nyah gasped, heart cracking, loud drumbeat. Thunder crashes. The jungle howls in pain. She stepped forward, her golden eyes blazing. "You used me," she said, voice trembling. "You're nothing but a witch raised by beasts," Malik sneered. "You think this forest makes you powerful? You're just a girl playing goddess." Her heart shattered. Then it burned. Nyah raised her arms, and the spirits answered. Wind screamed, trees groaned, and the earth split beneath Malik's feet. "You will not harm what raised me," she cried. "You will not touch the heart of this place." Chanting, howls, spirit voices surround him. Malik was swallowed by the earth, dragged by the very roots he sought to steal. The jungle went still. Heartbroken but awakened, Nyah stood stronger than ever. She had learned what love could hide and what it could cost, and from that day on, she guarded not just the jungle, but herself. When the villagers once again came seeking her help, "Nyah, Nyah, heart of the wild!" She stepped forward, radiant and fierce. "You left me," she said, "but the jungle made me whole." They begged for healing, and she gave it. But she never left the trees. They say her eyes still glow like gold, watching from the trees. And if a stranger ever dares to charm her again, the forest will remember. For she was no longer just the jungle girl. She was its fire, its protector, its fury, and its legend.